Hey, welcome to another unit in Frozen Week 1. This is looking a little bit more of taking what we just did from the values assessment and also the 10 topics, the 10 spokes to see where you're sitting between 0 and 5, to give yourself a score, to see what areas may be of interest for you to explore, to expand, to fill out as the best version of yourself. And this section here is really going to look at the Optimus me, and we're just going to explain that a little bit. So let's just get into the unit. Just going to shave this a little bit. Let's see if we can get away with this. So as we mentioned, like John Assaraf's system, the AIA, okay, awareness, intention, action, okay. I really like this one, okay. This is by Brian McKenzie, an Optimus coach, and it's connect, embody, act. We want to connect to the best version of ourselves. And when something comes up that's a challenge or that's not serving us, or that's a bit of a opportunity to get some guidance, what we're going to do is understand that, and we're going to embody that best version of ourselves. Okay, we're going to call it Optimus me. And it's going to be in one of the slides here, this last one, where we're going to give ourselves like a superhero name. Okay, what is this best version of myself? And then when stuff comes up, we can communicate. So now we have a life guide, and that life guide is the best version of us, helping us be guided. So let's just have a look at how we're going to get to that point. So first of all, we're going to have a little bit of awareness in and around when something is coming up for us. Then number 2 is we're going to help connect a little bit deeper to what Optimus me is. Yeah, we're going to give that Optimus me a name. And then when we need that help, we're going to flick the switch. We're going to change our posture. We're going to accept like that superhero state. And if any of you watch the Presence and the Amy Cuddy, and we know that when we take 2 minutes in a nice power posture, we can increase testosterone, we can decrease cortisol, we can get in great states. And then we're going to also have our best version of ourselves, our Optimus me, giving us guidance. Okay, it's also really important to understand that quite often, once we have set our intention and we know where we're going, so we've got an awareness, something's come up, we've had that awareness, we embody the best version of ourselves, we make this connection, we connect in, okay, into that best version, we know where we're headed, we micro goal that out. So we break it down into little wee small micro goals, and then we use our best values and traits that connect congruently with us, and then we take some steps moving forward. Probably a bit much for a quick video, but let's rock it and see how we're rolling. So this is the eulogy exercise, and I've got a couple of little sections that I really want you to work on. So let's look in section 1. Let's say that is your money and finance. And the reason why money and finance is quite important for a lot of people is this is where a lot of our safety comes from. It's our ability to be disconnected from worry and fear because we have enough assets to keep us going. So we're going to look at that section. Okay, so for one of these sections, when it comes to eulogy, money and finance. Okay. Number 2 is your career or your business. Really important to connect into that because we spend so much time there. Okay, so money and finance, that gives us freedom of thought and opportunity, and business or career, really important to connect into. Then your kids or your family, I really want you to connect into your partner. Okay, so we got real strong connected into partner, and connected to fun, to your joy, what really inspires you to be the best version of you. And then another one that's important for you from that top 10 list: spiritual development, emotional development, personal growth, health, fitness, whatever it is. Okay. You know that I'm a fitness coach. I'm always going to drive health. I'm always going to drive fitness, but we've already looked at one of the components that we know that if we have more zest in life, which is our energy component, we're going to have a lot more opportunity to drive and move forward. So really important that we just sort of understand that. So what happens with this eulogy exercise is just imagine that it was the day of your funeral and you've passed away, and these sections are going to give a eulogy. What do you want your money and finances to say about you? Yeah, that best version of you. What does that look like? Yeah, what do you want your career and business to say about you? if it was to give that eulogy and be saying things, what would you really want it to be saying? What would you want your partner to say? Be it your wife, be it your husband, just be it your life partner. What would you want them to say about that best version of you, about you? If you have kids or other friends and family, what do you want them? Okay, what would you like your kids to get up and say about you, about the person that you are? Yeah, and then the fun in your life. Yeah, what would you like that to say? And then one that I really, really quite like is my self-talk. Yeah, like what is that self-talk saying about me? Because if Joe Dispenza is right, and we have around 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, and 95% of them are the same yesterday as they will be today, and tomorrow 95% of my thoughts will be the same. If I have 60,000 of them, there's so much time in that. What do I want that self-talk to be saying? But it's just a really great way to connect in. So you can see that we've connected in, we've understood that there's been a little bit of, oops, let's try and drop this down, a little bit of focus, direction, clarity, and then from there we can get our boundaries. Yeah. Then we found out what's our 5 top unique values, the things that bring us the most joy in life. Yeah. Okay. Then we've got our zest and our hope, our universal ones. Then we have this other section here when we're looking at what are these areas of our life, where are we, in regards to our goals and where we are, to see where we are between 0 and 5. Then we understand that one of the best ways for us to create this change moving forward is we really, really want to connect to what that best version is. We want to have a lot of awareness. When something comes up, an inner demon or a little demon comes up with inside us, either something we have to face in the day or something of our own internal language, our own internal talk, and you'll see we'll go a lot more into this next week, okay, into week 2, when we really bring up awareness and we really start to connect to what is this inner dialogue going on. We're going to create that body change, that positivity from Amy Cuddy, that new presence that's going to drive us, hormonally. And then we're going to make good actions. We're going to set our plan. We're going to create our goal. We're going to make little micro goals, and we're going to take these actions to move forward. Yeah. And one of the ways that we can really connect with this best version of ourselves is with something like what I call the eulogy exercise, or what I've called it in my business, tombstoning. Sounds a bit dark, but it's actually really, really pleasant. I don't know if you can see, but I have a skull sitting up on my wall. And Stephen Jenkinson's one of my favorite authors, in his book Die Wise, being in a situation to deeply appreciate the end of life gives us a lot of skills to be able to live it today. But this is just an opportunity in this exercise for you to deeply connect to that best version of yourself. And then the last part of it is, now you know what this best version of you looks like, where you're aiming for, and what it is encompasses, what's its values. Yeah, what sort of life is it wanting? How's it expressing itself? How is it turning up? How does it want to be remembered? How's it wanting to be seen? Okay, we're going to give it a good name, and when the proverbial shit hits the fan, we're going to call on this Optimus me. Whatever your name is for yours, you're going to give it a name, and then you can have this special guide guiding you through. Enjoy. Now, one last thing. It's a little 10 integrity model. I've also got it sitting right here. I love it. It's got a number of spokes in it, and you're going to see I'm going to talk about this during the week. Okay, that when we have our own balance, our own interplay between all of these spokes, it could be between your money, your career, your partner, your children, your health, your fitness, your fun, your spiritual growth, your personal growth. When we got this great balance, and you'll see I'll talk about this, I'm going to probably video it and give away too much, that when I have this balance, I can crush it and it bounces back, crush it, and it bounces back strong, and it holds its shape, and we have a really good, strong, balanced life. And that's one of the things that I really like that people to understand, is that when we're in congruency, we're like a 10 integrity model, where all of these pillars have the right level of balance and tension, and they create a stable thing that no matter what happens, they bounce back into that full expression. And we'll talk about more about that next week. By the way, that was Charlotte at a few months old. She's over 3 years ago. It was the first toy that I bought her, a 10 integrity model. I know, but silly. So that's us. So just a quick recap. I know it's a bit long. I do apologize. I can see that my challenge in life is going to be short, sharp videos, and maybe I'll work on that into week 2. I might make that note down here now. Is understand just at the point we have feminine, we have masculine energy. Okay, they're not male, they're not female. They have a positive expression and a negative. At the moment, when we're going into this connection part, we're really looking at the more divine masculine, based around inner strength, responsibility, okay, direction, clarity, yeah, boundaries, discipline. Okay, for us to do that, we're going to connect into what our virtues are, because as the Stoic philosophies say, eudaimonia or eudaimonic life is done through the practice of arete. So to live a eudaimonic life through arete, really important. Here's some sections for you to connect into to see where maybe some of your strengths or weaknesses are. Chains always break in their weak links, always a good place to work on. Then we understand the principle that once we connect with our inner daimon, or these words that come up inside us, it can either be a situation in life or a limiting story. We're going to embody the superhero part, the Amy Cuddy presence, and we're going to call on our Optimus me, the best version of ourselves. We're going to set some goals and we're going to self-coach ourselves through. We've had the other drills, we've got the eulogy exercise, and then we've got this Optimus me. That's our work in week 1. Pretty deep, a lot of work, and jump in, enjoy. See you in week 2.